You already know, man. It's Deion Dawkins, and you listening to the Real Deal Sports Show on the Beat 105.5.
Yes, you are. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday morning to you. Coming, the Radman and crew coming to you loud through your speakers. Real Deal Sports Show coming from the Rock Palm Brokers studio, where we broadcast each and every Saturday morning, getting you talking sports of all sorts. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about this morning. We got a lot morning. I want to definitely we getting the show rolling this morning. And first things up, hey, the show sponsored. This segment is brought to you by Challenger Community News, Western New York's largest weekly African American newspaper. A day fit for a king. We got a holiday coming up, Martin Luther King birthday this coming Monday. Check out the special edition. It's a special edition every year this time. The January 15th edition, which happens to be Martin Luther King Jr.'s actual birthday, January 15th. Coming over in Buffalo, Congressman James Clyburn is going to be speaking over there in Buffalo on Monday and at Kleinhand's Music Hall. And over here in Rochester, New York, you're going to have an excellent speaker, Reverend Jenkins, starting at 10:30 a.m. at Kodak Hall. Check out that at Eastman School of Music, Kodak Hall. Reverend Jenkins here in Rochester, New York at 10:30 a.m. And over in Buffalo, you got the legendary James Clyburn. And I know he's going to have a hell of a lot to say about what's going on, the times and circumstances we're living in right now, and also taking you back to what it was like working with Dr. King in the whole 9 yards. Correct? Brother Bilal? Bilal is working, sports analyst Bilal, welcome back to the Real Deal Sports Show. Hey, we got a lot going on. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday coming up, and we'll get it together for sure. And also, I just want to give a quick tribute before I forgot. I missed it last week. Alex Leonard, the passing of Alex Leonard, longtime listener of Real Deal Sports Show and all the shows, Pro Plus, Talk Plus. Every time I come in the hair salon over at Katie's Hair Boutique, and keep in mind, Alex Leonard was the only child of Katie Harvey, owner of Katie's Hair Boutique. So she lost her only son, Alex Leonard, a couple of weeks ago, and we send a tribute out to him. He was an excellent hairdresser, landscaper as well. He loved the great outdoors, and also an excellent football player. And I'm sure my man over at Visions Barbershop, Ronnie D, and them can attest to how good a football player Alex Leonard was, definitely on the semi-pro circuit. He would play the game, come back. I said, wait a minute, I just saw you play at East High School at noon, man. And you in here doing hair at 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Had his clients lined up, women coming in, getting dialed up to go out to whatever event was happening that weekend or what was going on. Alex Leonard, you another person that made Rochester, New York a much better place to live. Never had a bad word to say about anybody. The guy was always just a nice gentleman. Right, Bilal?
Yeah, and just want to send prayers and condolences to his mom and family. When you think about someone who does hair with barbers, stylists, you know what I mean? We think about it from the standpoint of the service they provide, but they are so much more than a barber or a stylist. They become a confidant, a friend, a counselor, a therapist in a lot of ways. So, the community definitely lost a treasure in the passing of Mr. Alex Leonard. So definitely want to send shout out and condolences and prayers to his family. He will be remembered fondly.
Absolutely. He will be remembered. And as he always liked, he said, "Rat man, go ahead and talk about that. I love how you talk about that. Man, just go ahead and talk about it, man. Man, you be letting them know." I said, "Well, Alex, this is in your tribute, my man. Your tribute to the show today." Hey, the Bills came through last week. That to me, Jacksonville was the most difficult of these road games coming up that the Bills have to face. I thought Jacksonville was playing very well, but Trevor Lawrence. It's funny, the people in the paper and on the local TV before the night before when I got to Jacksonville, they were talking about him. And even Sunday morning, they were on the morning news. They were saying they hope Trevor Lawrence don't revert back to the Trevor Lawrence. They said, oh, he's due for a bad game. One lady, one sport with gas just said he was due for a bad game. I said, oh, wow, they really, man, this. I said, oh, wow. And sure did. Trevor Lawrence just wasn't, he played a good game. He just wasn't the best he could be. The Bills defense forced him, which I thought they would do. They forced him into turnovers. They gave him looks that he wasn't used to seeing. He didn't have to know where a lot of the players were at the play and where the Bills secondary were. A lot of tip balls. I have not seen that many tip balls in a game at the line of scrimmage. Bilal.
Tre'Davious White looked like he stepped out of a time machine because he played a heck of a game last week. Tre'Davious White. I mean, I was really impressed with again the Bills secondary. I was also really impressed by how the team came together. Again, they kept the game close, and I thought that was going to be the formula. When you have a team like the Jacksonville Jaguars who don't have a lot of playoff experience under the, you know what I mean? Trevor Lawrence has only had one playoff game prior to this one. So the Bills' experience is what played out for them. Them having this playoff, already they know what it takes to win in the playoffs. They know what it's like deep in the playoffs. And if they, by them keeping the game close, though, that pressure, that sense of, we not sure if we're going to be able to pull this out, that builds on a young team like the Jaguars. And we saw the Bills keep the game close. And what did they do? They gave, like we was talking about last week, they gave the ball, they distributed the ball really well. And then when the time came for Josh Allen to deliver in the big moments, he delivered.
Yes, indeed. And whenever Josh Allen completes passes to 8 to 10 players, when he moves that ball around and hits 8 to 10 different players, the Bills Bills usually win those games, and that's what he did last week. Looking at the stats, he hit 9 different receivers in that game, which was very critical to the Bills winning this contest. And we're gonna have the interviews. Let's go. We're gonna go first to the guy you hear every week on the show at the beginning of the show, to the snowman himself. Let's hear with Deion Dawkins. Man, he was holding court. I had to get in there, man, and put my elbows up because the media was off. Man, as soon as he said he was ready, boom, man, it was a pocket pass. I was just right in the middle of it. And Deion always looks my way and said, and this is what Deion Dawkins had to say about the Bills winning this game, especially at that goal line with the tush push or the Bills push, the Gilliam pushing. They seem to be working hard to get that push down right this year. Let's hear what Deion Dawkins had to say.
It's the goal is to score with your man, right? So push your guy backwards and see what happens, right? Push your guy backwards. If you score and with your man, let the guy score and with the ball, and good things will happen, But it took all 11 guys, and I'm just so happy, man. It's amazing to win games, but playoff win just feels just that much better, man. It really does.
Deion, you came into this league with Tre'Davious White, came back. He had an unbelievable game today. 2 big pass breakups and that third one at the end.
Yeah.
What can you say about Trey and kind of his revival here back in Buffalo?
Yeah, man. It's me, Trey, Milano, we started our career 2017. Our first playoff game was here.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And we all knew that. And coming in here, Milano and Trey, we said, we're going to change the outcome this time. Last time, and we left sad. This time, let's leave happy. And Trey left it all on the field, Trey White is back, man. Trey White, go to the academy, man. So I'm glad that Trey's here. I'm glad that he's feeling good. I'm glad that he's motivated. I'm glad that he has his confidence back because, athletes are athletes, but when you have the confidence from the room and the confidence from the team where you could just unleash and go play, that's what you guys are seeing. Guys love on each other positively, and Trey is playing free.
What was the mindset of the last drive when you came out and knew you had to score on this drive? This is it.
Yeah, it's just execute, man. Finish harder, execute, and then when it gets close, score with your man. Push. Don't get pushed back, push forward. And it was a beautiful feeling that the calls were on the big guys and the skinny guys up front. It's a beautiful feeling because who wants to be backpedaling against Joshua Hines and some of these guys? Not me, right? So let's push the guys forward, right? Let's keep it strong. So beautiful feeling.
There you have it. There you have it from Deion Dawkins. Beautiful feeling about how that went down. J-GILLZ, I know, man. Hey, the locker room was a madhouse with media, local, national media in there last week. J-GILLZ, you know how it is in the locker rooms, how it goes after the game. Deion was ready, man. He didn't even have time to put his shirt on, man. He just put his shades on, and he was ready to roll. Looked like he's back with us again. All right, but Bilal, did you notice what he said about Tre'Davious White's contributions?
Yes, sir. Again, when I say it looked like, old Tre'Davious White, not an old Tre'Davious White. He leapt off the screen for me when I was watching the game. When the Bills were on defense, you just saw. I mean, he was breaking on balls. I mean, it seemed like he knew the routes. That it was like he was in the huddle and he knew the routes that the Jaguars receivers were going to be running. He was just all over the field, and I feel like he made a impactful contribution, and that's what we've talked about kind of the struggles that the Bills have had on defense this year, and some of the retread in terms of bringing some of these guys back. But man, they were excited to play playoff football last week. You could tell they were excited about playing playoff football. So. Listen, I hope Denver ready because the Bills are ready. The Bills are definitely ready.
Let's hear on the offensive. One last quick point I wanted to mention by Deion Dawkins. Deion Dawkins, Matt Milano, and Tre'Davious White all were drafted by Doug Whaley. Doug Whaley drafted those guys for the 2017 season. He drafted those three guys, and those three guys are still part of the Bills team. And when they went to the playoff with Tyrod Taylor as the quarterback, they lost 10-3. And we were joking in the press box. Somebody said, "Don't tell me Buffalo gonna mess around and not score in this game, man, like they did last time." And because that first quarter was looking shaky, and I said, "No, man." I said, "Come on, these cats gonna score today." They lost 10-3 in that one. But to see those three guys that Doug Whaley drafted, and people don't realize, you gotta say that, let people know, because they tried to change the narrative on you when the years go by. That was 8 years, 2017. Doug Whaley drafted those guys, and if you remember, he was talked out of it of drafting Patrick Mahomes by the head coach, saying, "No, we don't want a running quarterback. We don't want a running quarterback. We want a quarterback that stays in the pocket." And the Bills still ended up with Josh Allen when they drafted him, who they thought was a pocket passer, and turned it into a running machine, a bulldozer on the offensive side of the ball. That I must say, this man got heart. He refuses to lose. He plays very difficult. Excellent football. But let's hear what Terrell Shavers had to say. Playing on a bum knee. He hurt his knee sometime early in that game. He gutted it out and finished the contest. Let's hear what Terrell Shavers had to say about this game.
What was the key in your mindset that last drive? You guys seem to be all season.
Yeah, just
coming back
was finished. It's a position that we've been in all season. Like you just said, we've been down before and had to go down and drive the ball, win the game, and we've been able to do that and respond. And we were able to do that again today.
Do you think that during the regular season that helped you today? You guys,
yeah, of
being
course.
in this?
I mean, yeah, being in that situation, having the experience of the situation, of course, you're gonna feel more confident when you have to go through it again. But just the guys on this team, I think even if we weren't in that situation, the way we practice, the way we do things during the week, I think we would have been ready.
On that punt, that you almost blocked. What happened? Did it go under your arm? It looked like you had it.
I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm gonna go watch the tape, but I had to close my eyes or something because I was right there.
Yeah,
I was right there.
Your arm looked like you almost could take it off his foot.
For real though, I should have. How you feeling? I'm feeling good. Not too bad at all. I mean, of course, sore after the football game, but hey, feeling good after the win. So we'll see tomorrow, next week.
Yeah, I mean, with Josh going on IR, obviously Gabe suffered what looked to be a pretty significant injury. You guys are getting kind of banged up at the spot. So for you to be able to get back in and finish the game, how important was that?
Yeah, I think it was very crucial. As long as I can go out there and run and stop, I'm gonna go out there and give it my all. So I just made sure that everything was good for me. So I couldn't come out here and re-injure it. Put a couple braces on, a couple different tapes, try different things, and then when I was able to go, I was good.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yes, indeed. J-GILLZ. Man, welcome to the show, J-GILLZ. Man, Terrell Shavers played on a bum knee, and he mentioned to me after, I asked him, I said, "Hey, how's your knee really, man?" And he said, "Man, I'm going in for an MRI on Monday, man, and I'm hoping it's okay, man." It doesn't feel right, but he's hoping for the best. And you could just tell by the concern on his face that he knew something. He said something really wasn't right with it. And as they found out Monday, he had actually tore his ACL, and he's out for the rest of the season. But he played a hell of a game, his last game of this season. Because, I mean, he should have blocked that. The ball somehow went underneath his armpit on that first punt of the game that Jacksonville was lucky to get off. And he played an instrumental game on the special teams. And he will be missed, especially on special teams and on running plays. Excellent blocker downfield. Right, J-GILLZ?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. I thought Terrell Shavers had a good game, too. Excellent plays. It's unfortunate. And then you look at the same thing happened with Gabe Davis. What are the chances both of those guys go down with torn ACLs? It was just very unfortunate to see. But that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game.
Yes. And usually the team you start with, 9 times out of 10, you don't finish with them. You don't finish with that exact team. Usually, and this is definitely one of those years for the Bills. The Bills were fortunate in years past. And their special teams guy, the strength and conditioning coach, I did not realize he wasn't no longer with the Bills. I didn't realize he for some reason, Sean McDermott fired him. And now as soon as you fired the guy, now you got all kinds of calf and hamstring injuries and soft tissue injuries. I just don't get why McDermott would fire the man that won the award 2 years ago as the best strength and conditioning coach in the National Football League.
Well, I mean, you see, for our watching audience, you see below, you see what he's rocking right now. I think it's a league-wide problem. You know what I mean? He's talking about just the Bills. I mean, look, we had Micah Parsons and Patrick Mahomes both tear their ACLs on the same day.
That's
Tyreek
right.
Hill, Jaden Daniels, the list goes on. George Kittle just got his. I think it's just, too many games being played in the NFL, and then they want to add another game. Come on now. Still playing all those preseason games. I think it's just too much labor on the body. I'm not going to give it to that Bills, although he was a great conditioning coach. It's league wide. The injuries are mass, and it's just the name of the game at this point.
I think that's a great point, J-GILLZ. They are league wide. That's one of the reasons why I'm really excited about the Bills going back to a natural grass. They've in all the years that I can think back to watching the Bills, they had the AstroTurf during the K-Gun era, with Thurman, Kelly, and Andre Reed and the guys, and then they moved to the field turf. But I'm excited. I'm really excited to see them go to the natural grass in the new stadium when it opens next year. And I'm hoping more teams will adopt more of a natural grass because I've played on the field turf. It's an extremely fast surface. It's like, again, the reason you're seeing like a lot of the pass rush the way it is, especially on the edge rushers, is it's like running on a track and field. I mean, it's that fast. You know what I mean? You can really bend and get around the corners and edges because it's such a flat surface. But again, it lends lends itself to those types of injuries because, again, you've got a harder surface. It's not that natural grass, and so I think to your point, adding the 17th game, and then you have this combination of the field that's a great surface or a fast surface, but it lends itself to those injuries. So I think more teams are going to start adopting or going back to more of a natural grass turf.
Absolutely. And let's go to Jordan Hancock, who's going to play a major role in today's game. He's replacing Jordan Poyer at the safety position, at the free safety position. He'll be out there with Cole Bishop a lot today. Let's hear what Jordan Hancock had to say, and also with legendary reporter Jared Bell, as we both interview Jordan Hancock.
You're lying, knowing that now you have to play a much bigger role, or a different role than you thought.
It was cool. I mean, I saw him go down, just took my preparation from this week and was ready to go when my time was called.
How important was tackling? You seem to make a couple big tackles near the line of scrimmage. I think one on a big second down to keep them at 3rd and short that really helped out. Like, how important was tackling when you went in?
It's huge. I missed a tackle on a touchdown. I want that play back, but you learn. Just got to wrap up.
What is it about this team that every time guys go down, other people step up, yourself included, and around the roster that are making plays?
Really, the staff, they get us right. We got a great culture here, great veterans that we could get ready when our number is called, when somebody goes down.
How much did going through the battles this year being down?
It helps a lot. We're a fourth quarter team. That's the biggest quarter in football. So it doesn't matter what we did the past 3 quarters, but if we win that 4th quarter, we know we have a good chance to win the ball game. Yeah, it's crazy. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like that before.
He went out a couple times with injuries today, and then at the end, did his thing, just like the defense did its. What does that say about kind of the resilience of this team?
Yeah, he's a hustler. I mean, it starts with him. He's our leader, and we just follow him. So, yeah.
There's a whole lot of talk about the Buffalo Bills. Sorry,
no, go ahead, Jared. Go ahead, Jared.
A whole lot of talk about Buffalo Bills not winning on the road, and the streak is there. Way before you were born.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know about
the last time they won was 1992. 1992 championship game on the road in the playoffs. What year were you born?
2003.
So none of that happened. But to hear that, though, what does it mean to you that this team finally snapped its road playoff drought?
It's cool. I mean, I didn't really know too much about the streak at all. I just know we went out there. It didn't matter what happened in the past. It's a new team, and we're just going to go out there and fight as hard as we can to get that W on the road.
Did they show you anything different on defense on film? What you saw on film, was it similar to what you saw on film?
Yeah, it's everything we saw. Sometimes it's hard to see it on the field, but it's everything we saw preparation leading up to this week. So, yeah, they ran everything we thought they were going to run.
There you have it. There you have it. The award-winning Jared Bell from USA Today was there to cover the game. Whenever you see Jared in the press box, as you know, J-GILLZ, you know, damn, it's a big game. Jared Bell is in
and
town.
You always defer to the greats. Yeah, I started chuckling when I heard that in the interview. Go ahead, Jared, you got it. You know what I mean? That man voting for MVP. Hear me. Yeah, great reporter, USA Today, phenomenal sports writer for sure.
And he also he votes for the Hall of Fame as well, the Hall of Fame voting as well that's going on. So he's been over 35, 48 Super Bowls he's covered. Man, the guy, you definitely, as you chuckled, that's the way I was chuckling in the box. Oh, no, I'm sorry, man.
Gotta let Jared get that in. You gotta let him get that in.
Absolutely. And as he was saying, Jordan Hancock is going to play a big role in this game against Denver. He's going to have to be a key player, Cam Lewis, Cole Bishop on the back end, and the Bills up front with Ed Oliver coming back. I see we're going to go down to Houston in a few minutes, but Ed Oliver is going to be a big boost today. Even if he can obviously we can't expect him to be the Ed Oliver that we know and can perform in big games. But if he can just plug up that hole, do his job, and be able to be in there a certain amount of plays, that can be very conducive to the Bills slowing down the Broncos running game.
Most definitely. Yeah.
And this segment is brought to you by the award-winning Miriam Rivera Insurance Agency, Auto, Home, Health, and Life Insurance, 1038 Lyle Avenue or 511 Bean Road, Suite B. Give her a call. She saved the Red Man and his crew a hell of a lot of money. I guarantee you her and her staff save you with bundles. She bundling auto, home, health, and life insurance. Ski, if you're out there jet skiing and got ski, she'll take care of you on that. Give you insurance on your jet ski or the snowmobile. That jet ski summer snowmobile. All that winter toys that you like to play with out there, y'all. Give our friend of the show, Miriam Rivera, a call. Area code 585-360-0094. And J-GILLZ, what about banking? Not only young people, but old OGs like us. Where we need to bank at?
Advantage. I was just there yesterday. Advantage Federal Credit Union, auto loans, Visa cards, student checking accounts, and much more. AdvantageFCU.org. Get that money right in 2026.
That's right. Please do. And I was there paying that car note, man. You know, hey, I got to take it in person. I ain't about this internet stuff, man. Hey, I'll go in person, man. The door guy, he's a big Bills fan. Over there on Mount Hope.
You don't use AdvantageFCU.org to pay yours, man? Come on, man. Get with the times, right, man?
You and the younger cats, man. I like to see somebody see who I'm giving my money to, who I'm getting my loot, man. I got to, get that. I know their name and everything. So something go down. Hey, man, I gave it to Sally, man. Yo, Sally, I always see Sally and Sue and the whole crew over here and LaWanda and all of them, man. Oh, hold up, man. LaWanda, what went down? Is she tracking for me? Oh, Mr. Radney, just blah, blah, blah. I like it, man. They know you by name, see them in person. But for you young cats, what is that again? Where should they bank online at?
AdvantageFCU.org.
There you go. That's who this segment brought to you by. We're going to go down to a warm. I'm sure it's more than -1 degree. I mean, we got we got about 35 degrees happening today. It's about 25 right now. Let's see if we can match that down in Houston, Texas with AD. AD, welcome to the show. I know it's like 7:25 in the morning down there in Houston. It can't be more than 35 degrees, right?
No, you just reverse it, man. I'm looking at. Good morning, gentlemen. By the way. Hey man, look, first thing, I'm not coming on here and hoorah on y'all about the weather. Last time I done that, we damn near froze to death down here and take the whole damn the state of Texas froze to death. So I'm not touching that. And you know what? Whatever the law wants to do with the weather, but by the way, it is about 52 degrees right now down here. But you know, last time it happened, the whole state of Texas froze to death and several people died because the state itself just wasn't ready for it. We just not, the northern part of Texas is more conducive to it, But down here in the South and the Gulf Coast, man, we'll take a little snow every once in a while. We'll take a freeze every once in a while, but not conducive. That's why I'm trying to figure out, why do I don't think I need a snowmobile coverage from Mira Rivera, but maybe she can help me out on my home and auto insurance, even if she want to do it in the state of Texas. But anyway, hey, I just did another plug for Mira Rivera, but anyway, that's okay. What's up, guys?
Hey, good morning to you. We appreciate you. You fresh off of Pittsburgh. You were in there. You look good. I didn't know you owned the Scully, man. You had your Scully on and everything. Did a nice interview on the field after that win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Houston Texans win over the Steelers. How can they parlay that tomorrow into a win at Foxborough against the New England Patriots?
Well, let me put it like this. C.J. Stroud is going to have to be able to control the snaps either in the shotgun or under center. He had five turnovers, 3 fumbles, and so that situation has got to take care of itself. You cannot be putting your defense in harm's way, and he just happened to have one of those situations. I know I was sitting up there, we were sitting up in the press box, and we started looking at one another like, "Hey, what's going on?" Because all those bad, his fumble snaps was not a direct cause of what from the center. This was strictly on him, and I'm hoping he's gotten all this out of his system right now. But it was unique being there. The thing about it to me, this was sort of like history. This was a place where I needed to come back to, because when the Bills came back from the Oilers 31 down, I was making preparations to go to Pittsburgh the following week, and obviously that didn't happen. So now I got a chance to now be on the field. No, obviously, it's not Three Rivers, it's a different stadium. But in my stand-up report, I still had to call it Three Rivers. I grew up under Three Rivers and the Steel Curtain and all of those things, guys. So that was a creature of habit with me. But they had a resounding victory. The defense, they're gonna ride their defense as long as they can, and they just get enough offense. That's the bottom line. The Texans are just going to continue to ride the defense and get enough offense. And if Kaimi Fairbairn have to kick 7 field goals to win, D'Amico Ryan's gonna say, "Okay, a win is a win, guy. I don't understand what ugly wins and pretty wins are. A win is a win." That's exactly what the Texans and Texans deal with. And that's what's happening right now in the NFL. Playoff football, and this is what you expect. I mean, if you got to kick 6 field goals or 7 field goals or whatever the case might be, even if you blow a field goal wide right or wide left, somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose. And that's what we're dealing with right now. I mean, every one of you guys sitting here right now, who looked at this league long enough, more than a long time, that's just NFL playoff football right now.
He ain't lying. Exactly. And with Nico Collins being out, is it how big a deficit that's going to be for your offense with Nico Collins ruled out with the concussion?
It's gonna be a big deficit, but I tell you, the Iowa connection with Higgins, Noel, and the likes, those guys would be an Xavier Hutchinson. Those guys gonna have to step up. And Christian Kirk, Christian Kirk last week, the Texans last week had a 100-yard rusher, and I had a 100-yard receiver last week in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, that was unique, man. Particularly for this franchise and in playoff football, that's when you need these guys to step up. And as far as Higgins and Noel and those guys have been progressively coming on. If you had to chart it out, those guys are just doing a nice progression. They had some good games. They've proven that they'll step up, and the spotlight is not too big for them right now. Woody Marks, he was a 3rd-round pick out of USC. He had a 100-yard rushing. He was almost averaging 6 yards a carry in that game. So those are some of the things. But again, I'm riding the defense, and being an old school guy like myself, the thing that gets me now is being an old school. You can't clothesline nobody anymore.
No. J-GILLZ, Bilal, any questions?
I gotta know, AD, and I know that you've been covering this team a long time. You know, I see the content. Tell them again where they can follow you at. AD Moore 64 at Max Corner. Man, after this season is completed, the Houston Texans could possibly be Super Bowl champions. But I'm looking at C.J. Stroud, and I'm asking myself, especially with the elite quarterback play that we're seeing from everybody. You know, the Jalen Williams, the Caleb Williams, the Jaden Daniels, the Drake Mays. You know, these guys who's Bo Nix even, you know, finding himself with a first round bye in the playoffs. Is CJ the guy to get it done? Is CJ going to be able to be the quarterback of the future? I know he's got a payday coming up. Is he going to be that guy for the Houston Texans?
I without a doubt. No, without a doubt. Guys, I stated this a couple of weeks ago in the locker room, and I told a couple of my colleagues, the MVP for this team now is the backup quarterback, David Mills. That's who CJ replaced. But if we did not have David Mills for those 3 games that CJ was out, the Texans wouldn't even be in this position right now. And I've stated it then, and I'll state it now. The MVP, for as the Houston Texans are concerned, is Davis Mills, the backup quarterback, because he stepped in when CJ went out with his under the concussion protocol, and he kept really the offense just moved right along. And you know, a lot of folks felt. Davis Mills was a starting quarterback for a couple of years for the Houston Texans, and he just stepped right back in, and just like with no hiccups or anything, and just moved the offense on for those 3 games while he was out. Is C.J. Stroud the quarterback of the future? Yes, I firmly believe that, man.
Stop shaking your head, J-GILLZ. Stop that.
I don't know, man.
Stop that.
I don't know. The aggression is it's too heavy for me. I know you can't find them every day, but the way it's looking, you can find a quarterback just about every day.
No, J-GILLZ, here's the deal. Here's the situation. Yeah, you can find a quarterback here that can you keep him standing up every game. That's these guys.
Nobody told him to trade Laramie Tunsil. Ain't nobody telling him to trade Laramie Tunsil.
Let me tell you something. If that was an all-pro position for an offensive lineman who has played all positions, Titus Howard probably should make. And I stated this about several weeks back. Titus Howard has played both tackles. He's played both guard positions. And if you go back and look at his pressure ratios, you sort of have to you got to sort of stack all of his positions up. Yeah, I know he's not Laramie Tunsil, but at left tackle, but he has played left tackle very efficiently. He has played left guard very efficiently. He has played right guard very efficiently. He has played right tackle very efficiently. So when you go back and just add up all his pressure ratios and go back and look at the stats, Titus Howard, that should be a spot somewhere on the all-pro team for guys who've had to play multiple positions.
And that's a great point, AD. Quick thought and then a question I want to throw to you and Radman. I hear you on the turnovers, and they definitely got to clean it up. But it seemed like when I was watching the game last week that it was as much on a few of those, like the center and C.J. Stroud weren't on the same page. Like he was getting the snaps before he was really anticipating or expecting them, and that seemed like to be part of the issue with some of those bobble snaps in the gun. So I think they'll clean that up. I hope they clean that up because you definitely you want to see a clean game. I'm a football purist in a lot of ways. So I want to see the team who wins. I can live with it, but you don't want to see it happen as a byproduct of sloppy football. That said, my question to you and Radman is thoughts on Tomlin stepping down. So I got to hear from y'all.
I'm not, believe it or not, I'm not shocked, and I'm gonna tell you why. When I parked, when I made it to the stadium, and quick, I'm gonna get into my answer. When I'm driving up first time trying to figure out where the media got to park. I think I talked to George about this yesterday. We were on a conversation. they said, "Oh no, you up on a hill." I had to, park across the freeway and walk back down, and having to walk through that Pittsburgh crowd. It was a lot of grumbling, and that next morning, the day when I was leaving out Tuesday morning, man, you talking about some folks that were sour, and I think finally, personally, I'm not shocked to see Mike step down. I think Mike doing it on his own terms. And I'll say this right now. Mike Tomlin, whatever he decides to do from a media standpoint, he needs to get a bag like Tom Brady got. Okay? He needs to have a bag like Brady got that Fox gave him. Because I don't think Tomlin's coming back to coaching. I think he's moving on from here. If you go back and think about it, Tomlin at one time, in this younger career, a lot of folks thought Tomlin was going to law school and become an attorney. So, so when you think about it, he has options. And here's the thing about it: everybody, in being in a position, and he's in a unique position. My understanding that the Steelers are going to give him the rest of his contract. They're not going to put a non-compete clause against that because, as far as Art Rooney is concerned, there is a level of trust between them. So when I hear things like that, I'm going like, and I think Mike will honor his situation. Like Mike will stay out at least until the end of that contract. If not, and I just personally don't think he's coming back to coaching. I think he's going on to some other place, and I think right now some media broadcast institutions are probably better be trying to put a bag together and give him if they want him on there, because he will be a hot item on somebody's broadcast.
Absolutely. I agree 1,000% with you. I saw the same thing. He looked tired to me toward the end of that game. I said, this man looks tired, worn out, and he's done it all. 19 years, winning seasons, every season. Nobody can contest to that. 19 winning seasons. Won a Super Bowl. He hoisted the Lombardi Trophy up. We were at that game against Arizona, my first Super Bowl, 2009. At Tampa Stadium, hosted that trophy up high. So he has everything, nothing to be ashamed of, everything proud of. I think he's going to move on to another career, as you just stated. I think we've seen the last of Mike Tomlin as an NFL head coach, because he's done it all. And my power to him. Thank him so much, and thank everybody for the 19 years we've seen. Because now the Steelers. Now let's see what the Steelers look like without him. For all those people that were shouting when we were there when the Bills defeated the Steelers, Tomlin must go. Tomlin must go. Okay, he's taking himself out the door. Let's turn the page and see what's going to happen next. Let's see.
Fired. They was chanting fire Tomlin for a couple games. Now let's see. The grass ain't always green. They're on the other side.
Yeah,
exactly.
Hey guys, let's face it. Think about it. Chuck Noll, Cowher, and Tomlin. Think about what are you looking at? Right at about 50 plus years, almost 50, 55 plus years, with just three coaches in one organization. We got some organizations that had six coaches within a 6 year period of time, and here you're looking at an organization that's almost 60 years and only had three coaches. You got to take your hat off. I take my hat off to the Steelers, guys.
Absolutely. And last, before you go, what's your prediction for the game tomorrow? For the Texans Patriots, what's your final score you have?
23-17. Texas 23. I just think that, we got the edge rushers. There's no doubt about it. But the thing about and the thing that was unique and what I think gave Aaron Rodgers was a lot of problem was the Texans, that pressure up the middle. Aaron Rodgers could not step up. Between Sheldon Reagan, Tommy Togiai, and the rest of those guys, when those edge rushers brought that pocket and pushed Aaron Rodgers to step up, he just stepped up right into the defensive tackle because they kept crushing the pocket. And I think we're going to find out in the situation as far as what Drake may going to find out real quick. Welcome to the league, young man.
Yeah. On that strip sack fumble for that the Texans ended up returning for a touchdown, man, the way Aaron Rodgers went down, I just was like, he is not enjoying himself right now. He is rethinking coming back to football right now. That was, and we talked about it last week. If the Texans front four got to got to Aaron Rodgers, the way they got to Josh Allen, we knew. I mean, and you saw it progressively happening. And then in the fourth quarter, it was like the floodgates opened.
Yeah, well, quickly, guys. I know I posed this question to Coach Ryan after that second offensive series. When the Steelers, after they finished, they completed their second offensive series. When that defense walked back on the field, it was lockdown after that. And if you go back and I'm sitting there it was almost like night and day. When they came back out for the Steelers' third series, it was like, okay, we got all of this. Whatever, y'all done went through your script, because Aziz Al-Shire said it. He said, hey, we understand it. He said the first series is always the toughest for the defense because you just got to go through the script and you just got to hold on. And really, when you saw that first series and they got the ball and started marching, got the midfield, and when they got the midfield on that first series and then they had to punt, second series came back after that second series was completed. It was like, okay, the Houston Texans defense owned Heinz Field that day.
Absolutely. And AD, we'll see you next week, most likely wrapping up the season, and definitely see you in San Francisco. You're going to be definitely a guest on the show. We already got you booked for the show in San Francisco and the Fritz Power Alliance event on Thursday afternoon at 2 p.m. On Thursday there at one of the Marriotts in downtown San Francisco. Looking forward to seeing you in person real soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Hey, guys, as always, thank you for the opportunity. I'm going to go out there and check my snowmobile. I'm sorry, I didn't mean snowmobile.
Much love, AD. Much love.
Hey, guys, appreciate you guys. As always, man, I appreciate the opportunity. Hey, y'all guys, be blessed, guys. And as always, thank you again, man.
All right, take it. That was AD. We got the next segment. We're coming up is sponsored by the Experience, the award-winning authentic Indian food at the Dahlia of India's restaurant. Check out the lunch buffet served from 11:30 to 2 p.m. and dinner from 4:40 to 8:30 p.m. 3259 South Winton Road in the Windjuff Plaza. Dahlia of India voted the #1 buffet in all of Monroe County. And Monroe County is huge, y'all. Big area. You doing something if you voted the #1 buffet in all of Monroe County. That's Dahlia of India, the lunch buffet. Check them out. Check them out all week long. Dahlia of India. Yes, indeed, guys. Let's get to the game. 49ers Seahawks. Let's get to it. Bilal, why do you think the 49ers? What's the chance of the 49ers covering this spread? What do you think? Who's going to win that one?
So I have the 49ers winning outright. If you can't tell, but I really believe that as much as they lost the last game of the season against the Seahawks, I think they come out and Kyle Shanahan is, this is his best coaching job at any point in his career. I mean, this is one of those, it's his Thriller album of coaching. This is he just keeps, no matter what's happened this year, he's figured out a way. And so I think the defense, especially with Sam Darnold and the oblique issue he's having, I think that's gonna play a part. You start hearing footsteps sooner than you normally would, being able to sit back in the pocket, and you might throw early or throw late because again, I would put pressure on him early, and I do believe that Robert Saleh is gonna maybe send some early blitzes to try to rattle him, kind of see where that oblique is, and re-aggravate it. If you can re-aggravate that injury, if I know you're injured, I want to see how well you can play on it. You know what I mean, or play through it. So
how smart a move was that by Seattle to put him on the injury report? I wouldn't even put him on the injury report. I wouldn't have let anybody know that this guy has some type of injury. Josh Allen, they're not talking about, everybody physically could see his injuries the last 2-3 weeks. Everybody knows something up with his knee, his ankle, his back, his fingers. This man just a walk, he just gutting it out. But nobody didn't have no idea Sam Darnold had oblique. I was just shocked that they put that out
We got to see if he plays. We got to see if he plays, right, man? This Drew Lock could potentially be playing this game for the Seattle Seahawks. You had to put him on the injury before he hurt himself, and he had to go. Now, my only thing is this. I think Kyle Shanahan, as great as he's been coaching this season, I think he did catch a break with Sam Darnold possibly not being able to play this season because all the injuries, they've just stacking up too much, if you ask me, for the 49ers. They found a way, but at what point is enough? I mean, George Kittle to go down with that ACL, you just can't continue to ask these guys to be the most productive selves. And I understand it's a great system. He's an offensive mind, but at some point when your offensive line is hurt, all your receivers are down, now you're tight end, it's just something's going to give. So I think Shanahan caught a lucky break. But I think if Sam Darnold plays this game, I think with Sam Darnold not playing,
man.
If Sam Darnold plays this game, I think Kyle Shanahan's time is up.
But you know what? I think for them to mention him being injured and for him, Sam Darnold, to always have trouble with big game, it's rare that Sam Darnold performs efficient enough to win the big game. I mean, he's the only question. We have to do our as a member of the Pro Football Writers Association of America, we had to do our picks this week. I sent them out. I had to do the picks the last 2 days, so I had to pick the all rookie team, the all AFC team, the all NFC player, and I gave him the quarterback MVP for the season because I saw a stunning note where he won 14 games 2 years in a row for 2 different teams. But in the playoffs, I don't know how he gets discombobulated. He doesn't seem like the same guy in the money games. He just doesn't seem to be the money guy. But I had to vote for him for MVP for the league.
That's
perfect.
Let me throw that. Let me throw this one out there to you, Rad man. 14 wins, 2 different franchises in back-to-back seasons is nothing to scoff at all. But let me say, with those 14 wins this year, he had 20 turnovers, 14 interceptions, six fumbles lost. He led the league in turnovers this year. That's not something that, you know what I mean. Again, you can kind of. So when you start putting pressure on, again, if I'm Robert Saleh in that defense, I'm putting pressure on. I'm going to see what he's made out of early in that game, and he's going to have to prove to me he can make it through 4 quarters of getting a body put on him. You know what I mean? Even if the 49ers are down early, put pressure on him. If you can rattle him, shake him, rough him up a little bit more, you'll start to see that tide shift because. Again, I hear you on all the injuries. We still got CMC. We still got Brock Purdy. And with that, I like my chances because I'll tell you who can step up and deliver.
What's the final score, Bilal? What's the final score? We got to get to these other games. What's the score?
I would say 23-20 San Francisco.
Okay, J-GILLZ, what you think? Who's going to win it?
Man, if Sam Darnold plays, I'm going with the Seahawks at home.
We ain't saying if. We say what's the score.
I mean, it's probably going to be about 17-24.
Yeah, I like the under in there. I like it 20-10 or 13-10. I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game with the Seahawks barely winning this game. I think the 49ers are covered the spread. Let's move on. Texans Sunday. I'll go first on Texans versus Patriots. No Nico Collins, no win for the Texans. I think the Patriots will win this one because Nico Collins was the real – the running back is good. He'll get his yards, but I just can't see to get in that end zone. If Kirk going to have to step it up. But without Collins – I think the Patriots will win this one, and I think it'll be under 41. Keep in mind, go to Kimmy Does It Best, who does our website. Go to RealDealSportsShow.com, RealDealSportsShow.com. Check out all my picks for the games today and tomorrow. But I like the Texans in that. J-GILLZ, you're next on that one.
Oh man,
I like the Patriots. Excuse me.
I'm going with the Houston Texans. I'm going with the Houston Texans simply because I saw that defense be too dominant. They play in the dome, this and that. They went to Pittsburgh and dominated. They dominated the Bills. Every team left in the AFC, they've dominated, and I don't see it slowing down. Like you said, let the kicker kick. Give them 6 points. That might be all they need.
Yeah, that's another under game too. Yes, indeed. Bilal. The birthday man. Happy birthday, Bilal.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
thank you,
man.
Thank you much. I'm with you. I'm with you, Rad man. No Nico Collins. I don't think the Texans will be able to put up enough points to win. As great as that defense is, I think it just, that Patriots offense will put up enough points at some point.
Absolutely. Rams versus Bears, and yeah, I wish AD would be going to Chicago for tomorrow night's game, man. Down by -2-degree wind chill factor tomorrow night. Rams Bears. Bilal, we'll start with you on this one.
I got the Bears winning. I do think the weather will play a factor as much as Matt Stafford played in Detroit. He played in a dome. And I think when you're talking about going into 8-degree weather and they're saying with the wind chill, it'll be more like 4. I think that's a recipe for the Bears to come out there and do what they do. And they are, and man, Caleb Williams is clutch. I say another 28-24 game.
All right, J-GILLZ, as BacSpin joins us, J-GILLZ.
Yeah, it's going to be real cold. It's going to be freezing cold, but I'm still going to go with the Rams on this one. I think Matthew Stafford, and I think they have the better coach in Sean McVay. And I think that Ben Johnson just been a little too cocky. And I think Chris Shula and that defense is going to really get them together.
Yeah, I like the Rams. I like the over. This is the only game I think will go over point-wise. I think it's going because the Bears can't stop the run. And when I look, the Rams have a great running back tandem. I think they're gonna run all over the Bears and then go with play action. And I think they'll end up. They may not blow them out, but I think they'll win by at least 7 points. I think that game will be over. Check all my picks out on that on the RealDealSportsShow.com. Kimmy does it best. Jamaican soul food for the soul restaurant. We can't leave you out. 211 Genesee Street featuring soul food Sundays. Open noon to 9 on Sunday and 11 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday. Check out Jamaican Soul and also check out Kimmy Does It Best because she does it best for sure with our website design. And check her out at KimmyDoesItBest.com. Contact at KimmyDoesItBest.com or support at KimmyDoesItBest.com. This young lady is outstanding. She does our updates our website each week. You can see all my Buffalo Bills articles from Challenger Community News are up there. Photojournalist James Weatherspoon's outstanding photos from last week in Jacksonville. And, of course, Jerome Davis from the weeks before. James Weatherspoon out in Denver covering the game later today, guys. Bills, Broncos. What we have real quick, Bilal?
Oh, Bills. I think the Bills got too much for them. They eliminated them last year. And as much as the Broncos are home, I think Josh Allen finds a way to get it done.
Go ahead. J-GILLZ.
Same. It's a little too much. The Bills defense, they've proven why they're the number 2 pass defense, in the league. There's going to be a James Cook game. He got shut down last week. I expect him to get shut down again today. But truly, I think this is the game for Coach McDermott. Last week was a Josh Allen game. He had to put the cape on again. This week, Sean McDermott, you better not get out-coached by Sean Payton. It could happen, and if it does happen, it's going to be a shame, man. He's going to have to go.
Tell me about it, because you got the keys to the car. BacSpin, you with us?
Yes, indeed.
Well, I got the Bills winning this one, BacSpin. I think they'll take it with the running game. The Bills will take that running game and run that ball with Ray Davis. Watch out for Ray Davis. I think Davis will have a big game as well. Curtis Samuel, please catch a few passes today. Don't drop some passes. Curtis Samuel, this is one game and he'll sit out. Play one game, sit out 4 games. You know him. That's his motto, man. So Curtis Samuel, show up with a big game today.
I don't want to hear any excuses if the Bills lose. They have it on to win.
That's true.
They should be winning this game.
As a Dallas Cowboy fan,
that's on them.
All I need is allowed to take that hat off. Come on. I mean, as a Dallas Cowboy fan, that's all I need, and I can enjoy the rest of these playoffs in peace because the Pittsburgh Steelers out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, BacSpin, when you can't beat them, join them.
Out of there.
You can't beat them, join them, BacSpin.
Nah, hell no.
The Bills will be out of here after this one.
And now San Fran out of there. And when that happens, I'll be a happy Dallas Cowboy playoff watcher. And then I can root for the Bills.
Man, it sounds like the Grinch. The Grinch done stole the playoffs here, man. The Grinch done showed up, man.
Hey, that's my
Right, man.
situation. And I do not want to see San Fran in the Super Bowl. Sorry, not sorry, Bilal. You know what I mean?
Listen,
I know it's your born day and all of that, but yeah, brother, that's not one gift you don't get.
If you remember back in the 90s, every year Chris Berman would say his Super Bowl prediction during preseason was the 49ers and the Bills. I think this is the year.
You think so?
I think this is the year.
Man, I'm definitely rooting for the Bills.
Like, subscribe to the show. Like, subscribe to the show on YouTube. Thank you for the new people out of Jacksonville. Several people. My rideshare driver, he subscribed right away. Thank you all the people out there.
And shout out to the Free Court Press. My lady, what's her name again?
Lynn Jones.
Yeah, shout out to Lynn Jones, man.
That was a good question. I'm trying to get her on the show. Hopefully, we can get her on the show in the coming weeks.
Shout out to Lynn Jones.
Enjoy the playoffs, fellas.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend, my brothers.
That's right, bro.
Blessings.
Bala, once again, happy born day, kid.
Yes, sir.
And,
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Boo to them 49ers. Y'all keep it where you need it, Rock City. The back of time, make sure it's on the way right here on the beat.